if I eat it and make sure I scrape off, I should be okay.
Why is that doing that? Let's not do that.
What's going on?
I can't get the camera to do what I want it to. Crap, now we have 9 people here.
Nobody there?
I said there's 9 people here, but it still doesn't look right.
Okay. No. You're unhappy. You gonna stand up the whole time?
There we go.
That's it?
Okay, we're going.
Okay. So we're live, guys. So good to see you. Hey, it's Berta J. And I'm glad you're here with my live show today. And I didn't know what to make, so I made it before the show. It's actually my favorite smoothie. It has a lot of ingredients, but it's delicious. And I'll bring it to you in another in a recipe, but it's very good. And in order to make it, you have to like grapefruit. Okay? But it's really, really good. So, does anybody have any questions or any comments or anything you want to share with me? I'll be eating this while we're doing it.
Why are you eating it with a spoon?
Huh?
Why are you eating it with a spoon?
I eat my sweet stuff that can be dipped with a spoon because it lasts longer. And I can savor the taste, the flavors, rather than just turning it up to my head or slurping it down through a straw. It's just so, this is slower and I can enjoy it more. And a lot of times, I'll show you with the next spoonful. I just stick it in and whatever clings to it, that's what I have. It's really good. And I like to lick the spoon like a little kid. I grew up and I'm older, yes, but I'm still, I guess, a kid at heart. That's it. So it's made with lots of fruits and berries and grapefruit.
Someone asked, where's your signature scarf?
Didn't have nothing to go with this one. I mean, I thought about a scarf. I was going to put on, actually, a necklace. I like necklaces, too. But I'm a necklace earring girl. I like to have my necklaces kind of go with my earrings. Didn't have anything. I mean, look at these colors. What am I going to put on with it? I don't have a pink scarf. I don't have a white scarf. And none of these other colors, nothing matches. Sorry, guys. Next time. You're getting used to me in my scarves, huh? I like that. Getting to know my personality. We're just going to stick around for about a half an hour and hope you enjoy it. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I wanted to share with you. I'll be doing some shorts because we found out that I can give you just a little snapshot of information in a very short video, very short. I've done 3 already. So we'll be doing some more of those. And I'm still working on that cookbook, getting recipes together. We're going to get it done. Okay? Tell me where you're from. Whoever's on, just type in your state and or your country or wherever you're watching me from. Anything?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. I have a dear friend and a lot of her family is still in Minnesota. Minnesota's a great place.
Someone said you look beautiful.
I do. I'm always amazed when people say that. I never got compliments when I was growing up. I didn't have like boyfriends in junior high school, and kindergarten. I did have one elementary school, but his mother was the teacher. So she liked me, so she told him it was a good idea for him to like me too. Is that really a boyfriend? So I don't know. He was a friend, he was a boy. But thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I don't know how to accept compliments about my looks, but thank you. I appreciate it. Really, I do.
Someone said, how are you staying cool this
summer? Staying cool. I'm trying to eat cooler food and also with an air conditioner. I don't go very many places, and if I do, my car's air conditioned too. And I sleep with a fan too, along with an air conditioner. So it shows you our bedroom is really cold, but I love it. And eating cooler foods too, like this thing, is really helpful. I was just thinking, maybe it might have been nice if I had put some green in here. Once I give you the recipe, you can change it any way you want with your fruits that you like, and then throw in some green. Maybe I'll even try green on the show that I do with this. Okay?
You're not a beach person?
No. The sun is too hot for me. The minute I go outside where the heat is, I start to sweat. I'm not real excited about going to the beach. Now, once the sun starts to set, or it's just coming up in the morning, I'd go to the beach then. But I'm not a beach person at all. I know a lot of you who are beach goers, loving the beach, probably say, Berta, you're missing. Did it a little bit when I was a child, but I just don't really like the beach.
So someone says, let's see. I said Minnesota, South Carolina, Texas, South Florida.
Lots of southern states, yay.
North Carolina.
North Carolina, yay. I have a nephew that's there.
Northern Ontario.
Northern Ontario, wow.
Vancouver.
Wow, Canada.
Central Florida.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
No questions, though.
No questions.
I don't know what to do then. Maybe I should make something. If they're just going to sit there and look at me. And see, that's why I always come up with something to make. Because there's a lull in questions, and I could still be flying around doing something. I'm trying to think, what could I put together real quick on the fly? There's always something to do, when you're in your kitchen. Let me think about what I could do. You got any ideas, Ed? I could do some corn.
I guess. So
Evan does a lot of the grocery shopping. Let me go back and I'm just gonna boil some.
I can get you the corn.
Okay, the corn is right there. And I'll get the pan. A lot of people want to put a lot of water and do a whole lot of boiling. You can do it on the grill if you want. I grew up on a little farm. This is the way we used to have it. You don't need much water. And you don't need to cook it for very long.
It's a perfect way for you to relax.
Perfect way? Oh my gosh. I don't know if anybody's ever asked me that before. Perfect way to relax. I do love just reading my Bible and sleeping is good. Resting with some nice music playing. That would do it. And just putting my feet up on an ottoman and resting in my chair. I'm gonna throw some water in there. I'm not going to do all of them. I'll do 3. And for those of you who are new to my show, one of my viewers, this is just a dishcloth. You can put a dishcloth down or a paper towel. You wet it, put it on. And if you're going to do some cutting, like I'm going to do right now, it doesn't move. Before I learned this, it's like you do it and it just moves all over the place. But you put this wet cloth underneath whatever you're cutting, and what you will find out is that it won't move all over the place. So you put your water on. It's not very much. I don't know if you can see it. In this pot, the water is probably about right there. And you put it on to boil.
What state are you from?
I'm from Maryland. The old state of Maryland. And I really enjoy being from Maryland. It's a good state. I think it's very lovely. Okay, I always cut off the tip. I don't know why. There's some things I just learned to do, and so I just keep doing them. It's easier for me to grab all the silk that's up there too when I cut off the top, because when it goes to the tip, you can see it, but not as well as you can when you cut off just that little top. Okay, so I cut off the top. Go ahead. And I always make sure that I get off as much silk as I possibly can, because you can eat it. It's not going to kill you. But because I love corn, I rarely cook it this way. I don't. I cut it in half, because then it makes me think I'm not eating so many. So I eat a half a ear, and that's better than me trying to eat a whole ear. So I always cut it in half. And then I cut this stuff off at the bottom and cut off just a tip. It's only a very few little pieces. And I just made another recipe, which is summery, which I would like to share with you guys. And it's with fresh corn. So who knows? Maybe next week you'll get that one. But it's really delicious.
How many kids and grandkids do you have?
I have only 2 grandchildren right now. My middle son is married. He has 2 children, and Zoe and Logan. And I don't know if they're watching, but if they are, hi Zoe and Logan. So I only have 2 grandchildren. I have our family. I'm from a very large family. There were 11 kids, but I'm 70, so I'm toward the end. So there are a few that have passed away. But we are, instead of 11, there are, I think it's 8 of us now. Let me see. Yeah, there's 8 of us, including me. And that's it. Brothers and sisters, that's what you want to know. Had a mother and father, had a grandma.
No, children is what they asked.
Oh, children.
Children and grandchildren.
Children and grandchildren. I have 3 children. Evan, he's the baby. And then I have a daughter who's the oldest, Rebecca. And then I have a middle son, Daniel. And that's it. I guess they didn't ask me their names.
Nope, but it's out there.
It's out there now. Oh boy. You guys know all this stuff about me. I'm really not like a super exciting person, I don't think. I just never have been. What you see is what you get. This is it. So I'm going to put these in, these little pieces. Hopefully they will. And if they don't all fit, sometimes I let them cook for about 5 minutes. And that's it. And they're done.
What's your worst disaster
With
when cooking? Like putting different flavors together.
Oh, I've had a few. The worst one though, let me think. You have any idea? You have anything that I just told you I just threw that stuff away? Oh, it was recent. And I was making I'm making a dressing. I wanted something quick. And so I trust this one person that I use her recipes, but I always change them. But I tried it and it was just horrible. It was so bad that I had to throw it away, and it was it was just too much salt. Like I think it was oh help me. Bragg's or tamari or soy sauce. It had a lot of soy sauce. And then the spices, I don't remember the spices, but I know cumin was in there. Cumin. Some, and parsley, that was in there too. And water, and I think they also did lemon juice. It was not good. And so I tasted it, I let Evan taste it, let my daughter taste it, and I ended up throwing it out. Worse than that, years ago, when I first started this whole journey, I had some another dressing that I was going to try because they said it was so delicious and it was going to be without any oil. And I thought, oh, this is great. That was horrible too. She put in a lot of spices, and I tried to do a lot of water. She put in thickener. I don't remember. I didn't remember because I only tried it once, and it sat in the refrigerator. And it was voluminous. I mean, it was a quart of dressing, and I kept going back in thinking the spices were going to meld together and really taste good. They never did. I had to throw that out too. Those were the two that I remember, and they were both dressings. Everything else I can kind of, if it starts off not tasting so good, I can throw in a spice or put in another vegetable. If it's a vegetable thing, or if it's a fruit thing, I can work with that. But when it is a dressing, a salad dressing, it's hard. So that'll be off in a minute. Let me go get a plate. And I use these little guys. I've had these things for years, but they're real pointy. I had to keep them away from the children when they were little. But it's just a little plastic corn cob. You just jam them into the cob of the corn that you're gonna eat. But because I break it in half, I only need one. So I did this to do two. It's gonna go off some. And then you can turn it, make sure you flip them over. But you don't need a lot of water, and they don't have to cook for very long. And this one looks done. The color changes. I'll show you as soon as I get this one out. Nothing else? I won't do this again. I'll make sure that I have something to do.
You can do this again.
Not with nothing. Okay, let me show them.
Someone says I was going to have a nap, but when I saw that you were going live, I just had to put my nap on hold for 5 minutes.
I'm so glad of that. Am I in the right spot? Am I in there now?
Yep.
Okay. I want to. Go ahead.
Love everything that you do. Some of your recipes have become my regular favorite.
Now, y'all, I don't want you to laugh at me. Okay, so that's 5 minutes. It's all done. But I want to show you something. So you can see, you can eat corn raw. I don't know if you know that. There's a lot of raw food is out there before. Then you could eat it before they came along. But here's the difference. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see it. Ev, can you see that? If I hold it up, would it be better? Or put it on this thing.
What?
I want them to see the difference between a cooked. They can eat this raw, but here's what it looks like when it's cooked. It's like, you see this, the little kernels are all puffed up. You see they're kind of laying down very close to each other. These are two different ears, of course, but you see how yellow it is? Can you see the yellowness?
Yes.
You can? So, anyway. I really have not ever put them on in a grill, on a grill. I'm sure that tastes delicious, but I really have never done that. I just like it boiled. Anything else?
Someone's watching from the UK.
From the who is that? You got a name? I got some people I remember from the UK.
Graham Wallace.
Graham Wallace? I don't know. Graham Wallace. Oh, Graham sounds very familiar. He's gonna have to be up. He's up at night watching me, right? I don't know. They have to cross the international date line. I'm sure that's. I'll put you in here. You too. Anyhow, here's our corn. Corn that is delicious and steaming hot, which I'm not going to bite right now. I'll eat it later. And when you do corn like this, I stick it in the refrigerator. I don't eat all of them. So I tell the truth. I eat them mostly. My children say, I said, there's corn in the, on the stove. And they go, Mom, we're not going to eat your corn. We know how crazy you are about corn. And I put it in the refrigerator after it's cooled down. And I use it in so many different things. Try fresh corn, cut off the cob on a salad. Your salad will never be the same, I'm telling you. And it's not hard. You just do it on the flat end. Make sure you cut it so that it's flat. And you just bring your knife. Should I show them? How about if I show them? Cutting corn off the, it's really simple. Here you go. See that? And it comes off really easy, very easily. And then you can use this if you want to cut it all off the cob. You can keep that in the refrigerator and throw that over your salad. Or if you've got just now I don't throw that out yet. I still munch on whatever's left there. But here's a pile of corn, and I take my fingers and play with it until it's all separated. And you can freeze these. You can freeze if you'd like. This freezes very well. You get frozen corn in a pouch, this is what they do. They don't cook it for 5 minutes, I don't think. I think they just flash cook it like a blanching, and then they take it out, cut it off. They have machines and such that cut it off, but this is it.
Someone says nothing better than sweet Maryland corn.
They are so right. My daddy had a farm, and I'm telling you, that's where I love to learn. That's where I learned to love corn and potatoes and sweet potatoes, green beans, all kinds of greens and such. I'm telling you, it's a good place. It's a good place to be. I'm gonna taste this corn.
Someone says, that's the draw to you. You are real. Just saying that you're not phony.
No.
Or fake.
I want to tell you something. When I was younger, and I had this girl that I looked up to. She wasn't that much older than I was. I'm trying to think. Maybe 2 years. But she was really, really pretty girl. and she was nice. And so I put it in my mind, I'm going to be like her. Let me just say, it didn't work because she was who she was, and I am me. And I found out very young that it's best, even if people are making fun of you and saying all kinds of things, which they did when I was growing up. You just got to be who you are. And this is me. If we were to meet on the street one of these days, who knows, maybe I'll be out there with some other YouTubers and you get to meet me. This is the way I'm going to be. Just this. Talking to you and wanting to know how you are and which one of my recipes are your favorite that you really like. It's good to be yourself. No matter what, be yourself. It's so much easier. You always have that to lean on. Is that I'm me no matter what. With your friends, not with your friends. At school, not at school. Playing games, not playing games. Walking down the street, not walking down the street. Whatever you're doing, just be you. It makes life so much easier and so much more peaceful. I have another thing of corn.
Good afternoon, beautiful soul. Getting a lot of compliments here.
Thank you so much. Who was that?
Perspective.
I haven't heard from them in a while.
Have you found over the years that you don't rely on cookbooks as much anymore? Maybe just look to see what you have and go for it?
Yeah. I don't really rely on cookbooks. I have some. I have quite a few. But I don't rely on them. I go to them for ideas, like things that'll go together. Especially things I didn't think of myself. Like this salad I want to share with you. It's made with corn that I cut off the cob. It's really good. But it only reminds me of some salsa that I like. And there's very little salt in it. I'm trying to think if there's any salt in it. I think I might use a little bit of miso. But yeah, I don't use them to follow, point by point. I look at them, I read the ingredients, and I say, how can I make this to fit me? And that's what I want you guys to do with my recipes. I'm really hot. Let me go get a tissue. That's what I want you to do with my recipes and anybody's recipes that you like. If they put in something that you don't like, leave it out. Even though it doesn't say optional. If you don't like it, don't use it. Because that thing is going to taste better to fit your taste buds and your palate more than just trying to follow a recipe to the T. Okay? And make it yours. Just make it yours. Anything else?
Another person just saying that this is Jane. I don't know if you know about her.
Jane who?
Just Jane.
Okay.
You're comfortable and real. That's why we love you.
Thanks, Jane. And I just want to tell you, I felt like I should show you what I do with this cob. There's still some little tiny bits of corn in there. I love corn. So I lay this aside and then I go back. See all that sitting there? I'm not throwing it away. So I go back and I just get out the rest of the corn that's in there. I get it all from the cob. What?
Love you guys a lot. Thanks for sharing. Another person's in the UK. She says it's tea time.
Oh, okay. We'll just ask her what she has with her tea.
Or you could do that. Cappy Boppy.
Oh, I don't think. Oh, I think I do know that one. I recognize that name. What do you have with tea? I see. I love the old movies that are set in England in the UK, and they come out with their beautiful um, teapots and matching china teapots, and their little servant comes and brings them, and they pour the tea, and it has a nice little spout as it's being poured, and they have these little cakes. You guys don't call them cakes there. What are they called? Biscuits?
Biscuits or
Biscuits.
crackers, I forget.
Biscuits or crackers or something. Is that what you continue to do? I just was curious. That's all.
Hey Berta, I'm with you today in your kitchen. You're an inspiration.
Thank you.
Have you ever made pickled corn?
No. Is it good?
Oh,
Ask her. Is it good? I would love to try it. I've got some pickling solution. If she's got a pickling formula that's better than what I use for just vegetables, I could use that. You guys always teach me stuff. I've never heard of pickled corn.
What is your reddish drink recipe that you've done this?
That. Hang on. This, honestly, I make so much, I've never measured it. So I don't like to give you recipes. I mean, I could just say throw this and this and this in there, but it might not taste like this. So I'm going to measure it. I'm going to make it again. And I will give you the recipe that I have. Because sometimes there are channels that I go through and they say, oh, we put this in, and they're dumping in frozen milk ice cubes, and they're throwing in some fruit. I have no idea how much they're using. And then they blend it up and they say, oh, this is so good. And they give you what it is. Very, very nice. But if you had some idea, how much is that? So I'm trying to learn how to scope out from other people who have videos. Approximately how much was that? So I'm going to give you the recipe for this. It's very delicious. I don't have a name for it. It's just Berta's smoothie with a grapefruit base. So it's got a grapefruit as the base. Because you remember, I really am not a banana person. There's like maybe 2 pieces of banana. I will use banana because of the thickness and the consistency when it's blended, but most of it is apple and other fruits. I'll give it to you. Don't worry.
Love you, Berta J. Miss you. Haven't been feeling well, so I don't comment often, but I'm following and loving.
Who is that?
Following
What's her name?
Mary Rose.
Mary Rose. M-A-R-I.
Yep.
Oh, Mary Rose. I hope it's all right. Everybody, I'm just going to pray for Mary Rose real quick. Father, we just thank you that Mary Rose was able to be here to see this show. I have missed her comments. You take care of her, you guide her, and you keep her, and you heal her, Lord. I just thank you for that, for Mary Rose and her family. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, that's it.
I've learned so many tips from you. Will you post the recipe below? Will you post the recipe below, or compile the recipes in a cookbook with all your tips? Did you get that?
Yeah. She wants the recipe. She wants the tips. And that's what the first book is going to be about. I've been hemming and hawing. Maybe some of you younger people don't know what a hemming and hawing is. That's what we used to call hemming and hawing. You don't do anything. You just hem and haw about it. So Evan has gotten on me. I am going to do the cookbook. And I was thinking, cookbook. You remember well, if you don't remember, but Better Homes and Gardens has a huge cookbook. It's about that thick. So I'm thinking, that's what I have to put together. And he goes, no, Mom, you don't have to do that. Our first cookbook could just be a small cookbook. So that's what we're going to do. A small cookbook with some tips in it. And yes, you already know what we're going to do, but it's going to be small. And then I'll just keep making another volume. That's all. You'll get them all. Does that sound okay?
Someone said you can take the back of the knife and scrape the cod.
The back of the knife?
Okay. Sure.
Oh, look at that! You are a genius. Who is that?
Abby something.
Abby something. Okay, Abby something. You are right. Look at that. Your girl is getting more. Look at that. This is exciting. Abby, Abby, Abby. And look how clean it is. You can even see the little holes where each kernel was. I'm doing that from now on. Viewers' voices. I'm writing it down.
Okay. We're approaching a half an hour. So,
Okay.
But someone says that we need more elders teaching us young women. Another person says when you get the cookbook done, she will definitely pre-order it. She's looking forward to it.
I have another friend. Is that Savannah?
No, that's Gwendolyn.
Okay. I got some pre-orders. I'll write that down. But I will definitely do this. Viewer's voice. Use the back of a knife to scrape the cod. I love you guys. Of the cod. To get all corn. That was left over from cutting. Okay, guys. So, I guess that's it. Are we there? Is anybody good?
Yeah, I mean, we'll
Okay.
only be here for 30 minutes, so it's been over that. So
Okay. And see now, I've had enough of it, and so I'll probably put a little lid on it, sit in the refrigerator, and then when I really want to have something else a little sweet, then I'll just have some of that. It's been great. It's always great talking to you guys. I always learn stuff from you and how you feel about me. It's really great having this channel. I just want to finish with that. To have people who appreciate the little things that I have learned through the years. I didn't think I knew very much and about sharing things with other people. And Evan was the one who kept saying, Mom, you talk to people all the time in the grocery store and everywhere else. Why don't you just have a channel and share with them? And as I say, what you see is what you get. I am who I am, and I'll continue to be that way. Okay? So thanks for being with me and joining us. I love you guys. Bye for now. Is it done?
how do you stop it? Dang it.
Is it done?